Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will discuss protected mode addressing mechanism. So 80386 transform logical address into physical address into two steps. Segment translation. Here in a segment translation, we will convert logical address into linear address. And second step is page translation. In a page translation, a linear address is converted into physical address. So these translations are performed in a way that is not visible to application programmer. So in this diagram you can see this is again a flowchart of the address translation mechanism. First, your logical address you divide into two parts, selector field and offset field. Selector part is your 16-bit part and offset field is your 32-bit field. Then you will perform the segment translation mechanism, and by using a segment translation mechanism you will convert your logical address into linear address. At that time you will check your PG bit. If your PG bit is enabled, in that case you will convert linear address into physical address by using a page translation mechanism. But if your PG bit is 0, at that time your paging is disabled and your linear address is directly treated as a physical address. Segmentation. So logical address into linear address you are converting by using a segmentation unit. So this is the diagram of segmentation unit. First, your logical address divided into two parts, selector part and offset part. Then this selector field, it is a 16-bit field that point out to the descriptor table. In this descriptor table that contain the descriptors. So into the descriptor table we will find out the segment descriptor. That segment descriptor provide the base address. When we combine this base address with the offset value, then you will convert the logical address into linear address. And linear address contain three parts: directory part, base part and offset part. Here you can see the selector field. Again we divide into three parts: RPL means request privilege level, TI means table indicator part, and these remaining 13-bit we are using for the indexing part. So here you can see this is 1-bit field, this is 2-bit field, TI bit and RPL field. So RPL basically we are using for the request privilege level, TI we are using for the table indicator part that indicate this table means this table descriptor table is GT or IDT. If TI bit is set to 1, in that case this table is your LDT. If TI is set to 0, in that case your table is a global descriptor table, or here your table is a local descriptor table. The remaining 13-bit we are using for the indexing purpose. So this is the diagram for the system address and system address segment. Then segment descriptor. So segment descriptor you can see here. Segment descriptor contain the field related to base address that provide the base address of your segment, access right byte that provide the information about the access right means we can access the segment descriptor not. Limit field provide the size of the segment. Available bit give the information means this segment descriptor is available for the system use or for the user. D or B, this is the default bit or big bit that define the operand size is a 16-bit or 32-bit. Granularity bit define the size of the segment means if G is set to 0, in that case your byte is unit segment size is 1 byte and you can address 1 megabyte of memory. If your G bit is set to 1, in that case your unit size is 4 KB and you can address 4 GB of memory. So this is your segment descriptor field. For currently executing task, this is your segment descriptor. We divide into two parts, selector field and hidden descriptor. So this is your selector port. Selector port basically visible for the application programmer, and this basically part hidden from the programmer, and it used only by the processor. So these are the code segment, stack segment, data segment, extra segment, ES, FS and GS. This selector field, this segment selector field basically visible portion, have a visible portion. Here you can see in this diagram code segment, stack segment, data segment, extra segment, FS and GS. Then stack segment, data segment contain the information related to data, code segment contain the information related to the currently executing task, Stack segment again contain the information related to the current executing process and contain the address. FSGS also contain the information about the data. Paging. This topic we will discuss into next lecture. Thank you.